Podcast. Today, we're not coming from the original setup. We're in the barbershop, Fresh Avenue Barbershop in Hoover, Alabama. And today, my guest is one of the best coaches in basketball. We have the name is Big Game Barber. Big Game Barber is the head coach at Pinson Valley. He had many championships, but I'll let him tell his story. And then we got Coach O. We got the athletic and baseball coach and the principal at Parker High School, Tyrus and Moss. Then we got my frat but out of Mobile, Alabama, Rashad Moultrie. He's one of my sidekicks from here on out. So we're gonna get live here now. And we're gonna talk about, we're gonna let you tell the story. He's one of the most hated and most likable coaches in the country. So we're gonna get to that point about the hate, and we're gonna get to that point about the love. But right now, we want you in and focus on K-Ray Sports Podcast. And we're talking to who? Big Game Barber.
What's going on, man? I appreciate you for having me on.
You know, we've been trying to get it going for a long time.
No doubt, no doubt.
You kept me on hold, so.
Nah, I ain't keep you on hold. Now we had to find the right location to make it happen.
Yeah. So we know the story. We gonna hit and touch on the story, and then we gonna have some people out in the audience to ask you the questions. Hey, so we know where you got started. Tell us where you got started at.
Man, really, like I said before, my journey is a little different. You know, folks always talk about they started from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, when I graduated, well, I didn't even plan on graduating college.
Yeah.
And when I graduated college, man, you know, I went to elementary school. I was K through 6, not knowing, and I think went to school with these guys, and a lot of them was majoring in secondary. So, you know, I tell the story all the time. Coach Mosley was
Let me ask you this. You ever thought about being a teacher?
No, I never wanted to teach.
So you like me, you
never wanted to coach anything. I left school in Texas. I came to Miles. I was a graphic designer, artist, and I was like, man, they didn't have that as major at Miles at the time.
So then another thing people don't know, you was a point guard.
Yeah.
They see videos of you playing dribbling the ball. They don't know that you wasn't really a point guard.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That was my craft. You know what I mean? And I came to Miles to play. Bit of a knucklehead. You know, got in a little trouble, and like I said, majored in elementary education, not knowing because I never wanted to coach, man. And I went to Central Park Elementary, and Betty Griggs, God rest her soul, asked me to coach the elementary team. And
so tell them what's Central Park located at, because many people don't know.
Oh, it's in Hensley, Alabama, in the hood, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was actually the first male teacher there, coached the girls and boys basketball team, and we went on to win, countless elementary championships. And I'm looking at all these guys in high school, and I'm like, man, how did they get to coach high school? I'm not knowing. And, you know, from there, I was able to go on to Arrington Middle School. Thankful to Chris Battle. He's a We Know alumni, and I was the assistant coach over there in football, and I coached basketball. And successful there. They won like 6 games a year before I got there, and we went 19-1. And so it was just from there. I went on Reggie Ware, you know, brought me over to Midfield City Schools.
Let's go back to the elementary part, because you had your unique style. You had a style like you kind of like guard play. But if you get a big man, you know how to use him. But you prefer what, guard play?
Hard play.
Yeah, hard play.
You know what I mean? I was a smaller guard, so I never cared about size or height or anything like that, man. You know what I mean? So anybody that came into the program, as long as they were hard working, dedicated, it didn't matter. But yeah, most definitely, you know, I'm known as point guard you.
Because I see you a lot of times I see you on videos, you bouncing the ball, and then you got some guys bounce the ball, then you are producing guys that are hell the ball. We're gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
But your days at Miles, tell us about your days at Miles.
Man, I came to Miles, honestly, I was just telling my guys this day in the locker room, I never knew where Birmingham, Alabama was. I was in school out in Texas, and the coach I was playing for, he was like, man, we're going to Birmingham, Alabama. And I'm like, I'm thinking it's the backwoods. Never been here. And so I was in school in Texas. I'm like, okay, 24 hours away from home versus 12 hours away from home. Yeah. I knew I had a brother here, and I had family in Atlanta. So I came here with him, Coach Kirkpatrick, everybody know. And from there, when I got here, it was just like Birmingham was the biggest city than I thought it was, man. And got here, and I was still a bit of a knucklehead, tried to play, and I stayed in trouble, man. And that'll be in my book. Got kicked out of school. Got back in and graduated, man. Thankful to Vivian Howard and those people in the education department.
Yeah, so now you go to the elementary part.
Yeah.
Got some kids that you just put, in elementary school and middle school, people get it mixed up sometimes because they don't know where you want to win.
Yeah, you can. I think that's been, I ain't gonna say a downfall of mine, but I think it's helped me a lot in the sense it is like, I've been big on developing kids, you know what I mean? I want to win too.
Yeah.
So I was able to mix both of those together like gumbo, and it's been successful. Elementary school, in elementary we won championships, but I was just such a hothead, and I know I had Khadijah Cole played at We Know, and Richard Nolan played at Parker, Brittany Young, who went on to follow me with Mississippi State, and they were all 4th and 5th graders, man. Ellis Dobine, I can name a bunch of them at Central Park. They were loaded, you know what I mean? But I didn't realize at the time that I was actually training them because I just was big on teaching and coaching as well. So, man.
We're going to get to that point now.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to Owen. We're going to come back to Moss now.
Yeah.
Because many people don't know you train.
Yeah.
Because you train, at an early age, you train Jalen Sherrod.
Yeah. Most definitely. I'm sure you all know her jersey just got retired. Shout out to my girl, Jalen. You had the retirement ceremony. My daughter had a lot come up, but you know I'd have been there. And I told a story on another podcast.
Yeah.
Jalen came to me as a 7th or 8th grader, and I told her mom she needs a lot of work. She can't go left. She couldn't go left.
Yeah.
But one thing she had was dog.
Yeah.
Like, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
So as I was training her, I found out that she was going to Coach O. So I knew that's where the dog came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But every time she came home, even when she was in high school, she come to me. We work on the ball handling skill, the finishing aspect. She go to college, and so she had a great mixture of myself on the court and Coach O with his unconventional training, as they love to say. You know what I mean? And shout out to Jalen.
And see now, your wife and you put together a program that people still talking about all over Colorado, all over New York, all over everywhere. And he just said, cause I didn't know he trained her to me. Him talked on the phone the other day. Yeah. So what you got to say about Jalen Sherrod?
Well, I mean, it's obvious, man. I mean, what Jalen done is already in the books for the world to see, and it's going to continue going because she has the humility and fight to go to the next level. But I think, Barb, I want to ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Even piggybacking off that with Jalen, we're seeing we're seeing this spike in women's basketball going all around the country. And maybe one of the biggest misconceptions about you that people don't realize around the country is, man, I remember in what we call Birmingham's heyday in women's basketball, that early 2000, middle 2000 windows.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that you develop a bunch of them girls as you get all the pub for the boys side.
Now,
I want you to talk about the girls you work with because I think that's what the listeners need to hear.
And it's funny that you say that because they're watching Erica Bailey and my girls get on me often. And I think the reason why I'm known so much of the boys is because of the social media era now. But man, people ask me all the time, who would you rather coach? And I tell people all the time, I'd rather coach girls because guys are so caught up in the YouTube era, and girls they're grounded. When I mean grounded, they're not out there dunking and flying, so they want to learn.
Yeah.
And man, when I first started, like I said, if you know, do your homework, Kanisha Horn, Brittany Young, all those girls, man, I coached all those girls. And then I was fortunate enough to go to Rutledge Middle School and coach those girls, and assist Coach Ware, Meredith Mitchell, University of Georgia.
Yeah.
Erica Baylor, Stillman University. Brandy Turner, Stillman University. Courtney Jones, LSU, played overseas. Like, we had a litany of girls, man. And Breonna, and training-wise, Breonna Winston, James White, Rice University. And that's just my high school. But training-wise, Sarah Ashley, Breonna, Courtney Hunter, Brittany Young. Like, man, it was just Gabrielle Host and Georgia Tech. It was just a bunch of them.
People don't think now about training, but then I think about the girl from Parker right now, Carolyn Hill.
Yeah.
And you train her now. And what's the difference between her and 3 years ago?
I think right now the competition ain't quite as stiff as it was in Alabama 3 years ago.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize just how good she is because of the time. Sometimes, man, everything is about time.
Yeah.
She's in a time that is not so much sought after in the entire state. But she could, to be honest with you, what I'm seeing from a development standpoint of her over the last couple of years, she could have played 10 years ago. Like, she has.
Yeah, she's gonna be the first in probably over 20 years. I've been there 25 years, and I'm yet to see a girl get a big time scholarship. I'm not gonna sell scholarships.
Yeah.
We've had girls that go JUCO. We've had girls that go NAIA. And I think Carolyn's gonna be the first to get a D1 scholarship.
Yeah. And you deal with a lot of D1. What is the process? You talk about the girls and the boys, and a lot of people prefer the girls because they say the girls' techniques are better than the boys. You agree?
I would say better, but I would say their learning curve and wanting to learn, because boys think they already have it made. So I would say that from that standpoint, the girls, like I said, they want to learn. They're not so caught up in the YouTube hype and the and one and the ball is life and things like that.
So when you was at midfield, you give people the relish. When relish feeding you good players, man. Because
well, I was actually feeding midfield good players. I was coaching the boys and girls.
Yeah.
And so once I got to the high school, like a lot of those players I had already coached in middle school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was hand in hand.
I'm talking about when you was coaching Jones. Jones was a beast at LSU. Talk about Jones.
Yeah, so the funny part about Courtney is, you know, when we got the job, Coach Ware and I, they were in middle school, they were undefeated. I was at Arrington, so I had Kanisha Horn, Brittany Young, and they moved, came to Relish with me. They moved. And
Jones did.
no, listen, so Jones was in 8th grade. So when they went to the high school, I came up, Ware got me over there in midfield. That's how I got to midfield. So Jones, Meredith Mitchell, Courtney Jones, we call them the Fab Five, Erica Bailey and all. They went to the high school. I'm the head coach at middle school. I'm the assistant coach at high school. We not really know what's going on. We just know we got 5 freshmen that's uberly talented.
Yeah.
And we're winning, man. And Coach Courtney Jones is just different. You know what I mean? She was just a beast on the glass. Meredith, actually, true story, Meredith played down low with the Road Runners. So we would be in practice, and Meredith was the type that would just kind of like disappear. So me and Coach Ware, we were like, man, we got to do something just to get her to, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else was like all in.
And I know where you're going.
And so me and Coach Ware were talking, and he said, Bob, I think we need to put the ball in her hands. Because now, mind you, she's 6'1", Courtney Jones 6'1". Yeah. But we got Courtney at the post, and Meredith would just disappear. So we put her at the point, and then I started working with her. So I would have the guards, he would have the post, and that's when it took off. So working with Courtney, man, it was just like, it was a pleasure because she was such a all the girls, but she was such a hard worker, and she demanded the most not only from herself, but from her teammates as well. So it was just a pleasure working with her, man.
She went on to Jordan.
Yeah.
Playing point guard on the high level.
6'1".
Work.
Once we put work ethic for one, and once we moved her from the post to the one, it's hard to turn down a 6'1" long athletic point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and she would be the type, she never might have scored 20 points. She might get 12 points, 8 rebounds, you know what I'm saying, 6, 7 assists. She just filled a stat sheet. And so, you know, back then it wasn't so much of the portal and this and this and that. So she was able to maneuver her way right into the SEC.
I got a question for you, John, when you say that.
Yeah.
I've, you know, of course, been a fan of your career, man, up close and from afar. My question is for you is, when I've watched you train kids from over the mountain to under the mountain and get somebody every last one of them, because a lot of times you get pigeonholed to train. They say, well, you don't work on this side, or you don't work on this side. How have you been able to be so pliable and be able to mesh your style on all sides of time?
So I think I just believe in being me. And I think a lot of times people don't see my personality behind the scenes. You know, you got to be able to relate with these kids and get them to believe in who you are. And I can relate to whether it be the music I play, whether it be, okay, this kid needs to be coached and trained hard, or this kid and I think it's just a blessing from above, man. I tell people all the time, a lot of times, I'm just being me. You know what I mean? And I think me and my personality has got me so far that I understand not only that. So you got a lot of trainers, and you can attest to this. You got a lot of trainers that come in, they just train. I'm going to the games to see what they're doing. I'm talking to the parents. I'm recording. I'm putting them out there. So I think a lot of people can put out cones and just train, but what are you doing outside of that?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what has helped me. So when they see me come to a game, the kids like, hey, my Coach Barber at the games. Or the parents call me and say, hey, you know, Otis he ain't do this. Y'all worked on this, worked on that. Or they'll send me a video. So it's just bigger than training. It's purpose over personality a lot of times. You know what I mean? And I tell people that all the time. You got to really get to know these parents and get to know these kids. It ain't about the money with me. I promise you it ain't. It's about getting these kids better.
Did you go ahead?
Yeah, like I was saying, Bam, I learned from a lot of y'all because I went in like coaching now, but I coached at an early age.
Yeah.
When I was I coached back when I was 12, 13 years old. Believe it or not, at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Because I was a great player, and I coached the 6-9 league when I was like 12 years old. And we played, won championships and did everything. And I learned from an early age, but I didn't continue with it. But the aspects of it, like from learning from Coach Moss, Coach Barber, you know, I put that same aspect towards my daughter.
Yeah.
Even on the dance team. She's on the dance team, but I push her and I let her know. But she's 13 years old right now. And she's on Thompson varsity dance team.
That's big.
At 13. She danced with 17, 18-year-old girls. So
That's big.
I talked to her about mental, and I learned the aspect about the game from you all, and it's about this, like the mental part of it and the hard work.
That's big. Yeah.
And I try to keep talking to her every day about, you're going to come through controversy,
Yeah.
but you got to still push yourself. You got to let it go.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I learned from you and Coach Mom. I'm not the coach y'all are, but
Yeah.
I follow y'all, I follow everybody, and then it's just part of life. But knowledge and teaching person what they need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You can everything. My motto is changing lives through basketball.
Yeah.
And I've been standing on that. I've been training now for, I've been head coach for 15 years. I've been training for 12, 13 years before I did AAU. And I just believe that because I tell my kids all the time, you make a turnover, what you gonna do? You gonna just stop? In life, you lose a job, what you gonna do? Your parents don't wanna go to work every day. You don't wanna go to practice. So changing lives through basketball, man, is what it is because life is sport. Not even just basketball, it's football. You can teach so much life skills through that.
And Coach, we're not gonna sugarcoat. We're not gonna sugarcoat about the training stuff. I see so many people talking about they in the lab.
Man.
Talking about they was in the lab, missed about 20 layups, missed about 20.
Let me say this right here since we just talking, man. This is one of my things. The old contestant is, man, before we get to it, I don't want to use the word hate, but I'm going to use the word hate. I done heard people say, well, that balling with Barber stuff don't work. That training don't work. It ain't no cones on the field. I ain't never heard nobody say it wasn't no pitching, what you call the thing? That when they it ain't no pitching machine on the field.
Yeah.
It ain't no sleds on the field. But y'all want to sit here and say basketball, oh, it ain't no, those cones don't move. Do you understand why they're there? That's just to give you a point where you know you need to do your move. And we do live action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this right here because I feel like my training and coaching and teaching is unconventional, but it's a dude in this barbershop that been on ESPN and national TV for having the most unconventional training with one of the most prolific quarterbacks in the league right now. So he can attest to that, man. And that's what killed me because folks, I'm gonna use the word hate. They love to hate on what you're doing. Like, what are you doing? You sit back and say, oh, that don't work. So if it don't work, I'm gonna tell you something. Any guard that I ever coach, and y'all been around my career for 15 years, everything we work on, do you not see it in the game?
Yeah.
All that stuff you had James doing, they were laughing at him. Do you not see it? Talk to me.
So much so that now you got other quarterbacks sneaking around, taking bits and pieces out of it, doing it all around the world.
Yeah. But they want to laugh at what y'all doing.
Yeah, but I do want to give a shout out to one of my other coaches, though, one of a close friend of mine, T. Martin, though.
Yeah,
That's from
Mobile.
He's the quarterbacks coach for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, T is now? Yeah, T, because he was at,
We grew up together,
T was, yeah, he used to talk about him all the time in college. T was at Tennessee. He loved to talk about T. Martin.
We went to the, we came to me today. We went to the brass keys. We had a
Look at. He was at, number 17, Tennessee. Yeah, T was tough, though. T was tough.
He ended up winning that championship, so
T was tough.
This thing, yeah.
Oh, and we talk about training. Do you do your own training like baseball, or you bring somebody in? Mitchell, you bring Mitchell in?
I actually do my own training, except pitcher wise.
Right.
I bring meat in and let me train my pitchers. But now that I'm loaded, with young talent.
And you loaded. You definitely loaded.
I'm trying to figure out a formula. I need Coach O to get back with my guys. Put them with Coach O. They could not. They were falling like flies. And I really need to get them back with them. But this group, that group I tried to put with Coach O, they were falling like flies. And I said, how the girls can take and y'all can't take it?
Yeah.
So that tells me that what I'm dealing with, this team I got now, these young goons, I think we're gonna be all right. They still puppies, and I take them puppies over any other puppies around here right now.
Coach, how and man, it's amazing you bring that up because I watch your career from afar too, man. How have you remained successful, especially on our side of town where really essentially a lot of us been priced out of baseball?
In the city,
Literally been priced out of it, and you've always been able to maintain and keep a strong program running because we don't have travel ball and some of the resources. We've been priced out of the game, but how have you been able to keep your program running like that, Coach?
Mentality. I put God first in anything that I do, and I let them know who I am open. I don't sugarcoat it. And then I you know, I like to look good.
I was just gonna say,
Young men like to look good, so
How many you from? Tell me how many you
but I was just gonna say that one thing about it, man. Yeah. I was just gonna say that though.
Hey, I told you, man, you got the boy like Oregon.
ain't no one.
But shout out to brother, like in the city, like you know what I'm saying. And then he take his teams over the mountain. And he may not win them all, but the fact that he get exposing those kids to that type of baseball is what they need to see because he can run the table in the city, but getting them kids to go over there and play the Mount Bruce, the Homewoods, the Spain part of the best Davis, and be competitive and win. That's a big testament to who he is.
This is how I know this team is special. We was at workout Monday, and the sprinkler system came on, and I'm like, practice over, y'all. They're like, no, we gonna practice because we gonna work out. But we want to play Hoover. We want to play Hoover Trouble. We want to play the Gardendale. Get them on the schedule. So if you're looking, you listening, they want to play you.
Talk to him again. What you say? What you
They want
say?
to play you.
I know that's right.
They want to play the Hoovers. They want to play the Hoover Trouble. They want to play the Mount Brook. They want to play the
They ain't gonna do it without that
These little
midfield.
boys right here ain't running.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Coach, let's go back when you was at midfield because you going against Mold a couple. Did you ever go against Mold a couple times? You was.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Like I got a funny story, everybody. So I was the coach.
Because I came with them one night. I don't know whether it was you or Keith. I think it was Keith with me.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you a funny story, and I hope Rob watch this. Everybody know when I was a young coach, I was a hothead. So you know, with midfield, we winning. So we gonna play Ramsey. You know, back then it was Ramsey, Winona, midfield, like girl basketball, period. So I don't know how I got back to Rob. Yeah, Fairfield. And Fairfield. I don't know how I got back to Rob assistant coach, but you know, I just know we good. Like ninth grade, we called them the Fab Five. They went to ninth grade, they went to the Final Four. So I say our sophomore year, but Meredith and Jones are the sophomore year. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be Rams by at least 15. Ain't studying that. Cat Graham, Samika Thrash, all of them, they got a stick, so they come to midfield. Game over, they might have beat us by 20, which was the last time we know the Rams ever beat us. We come through the line. Not Rob, but what's his assistant coach name that was there? His daughter played.
I know you're talking about.
I can't think of his name. So anyway, you know, Rob ain't say nothing. Rob shook my hand. The assistant coach looked at me and said, 15 points? I couldn't even say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had them beat up, but I was so young and not thinking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't think of light skin. Yeah, he said, Barber, 15 points?
Good assistant for a long time.
Oh, that was Rob guy.
Yeah.
But I was so caught up in like not realizing, but he was like 15 points, and when he said it, I couldn't say nothing.
Well, you wasn't assistant Rob ever tried to get you over there with him?
No, he didn't. I think Rob was content with the staff he had.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about Rob. He was like, he learned from our junior college coach.
Yeah.
Like, he stick with like, I mean, we was like in junior college, like say, man, Rob played.
Give me 5, man. Give me 5. Yes, sir.
We played in junior college, but we was so like, our coach was so strict, like we
All right, man. Good.
So that's what Rob got on that from.
I mean, and strictly everything is about per minute in practice. If it's 10 minutes time up, one time I shot a free throw when he blew the whistle and the ball hit the ground, I had to run for the rest of the practice.
So that's what Rob get that tape.
It's strictly JD Shell.
Because see,
Mobile, Alabama.
see, because when I used to see Rob sometime, and then later on I saw Barber. It's kind of like techniques to win down the stretch with the ball. You got to beat them down the stretch. Not gonna.
And Rob more a defense coach, because our coach called defense. He like deny, one pass away, deny, 2 passes away, you slough.
Yeah.
And you in the middle, you got your hands up, anything come across the line, they're gonna block, you know. But that Coach Shell was just a perfectionist in defense. So we was like one giving up in JUCO, but like 52 points a game. Like so
That's a lot.
It just
No, I'm
we
just
scoring like 7.
messing with you, man. I'm just talking about it. Yeah.
We were top JUCO, no.
Yeah, I'm messing with him though. Yeah.
Did Horn ever contact you when she was going to high school, or she just made up her mind she was going to Rams?
Well, my sister, I don't know what camera I didn't look into. My sister Courtney. So I can say this now because it's over with. All right, so I had Kanisha Horn, I had Brittany. They came to Rutledge. We moved Brittany and Kanisha up in the 8th grade. People don't know this story. Brittany went up. Connie, Kanisha's brother was at Ramsey. So Connie was like, Barber, and I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be transparent. She's like, if you was the head coach at Midfield Girls, Courtney should stay. She was like, but with Courtney Jones at that school, and me and Ware had already told her she would start, but she was just not feeling Ware at the time. So she was like, if you was the head coach, bruh, she'll stay at midfield. So she left me. So we did have a conversation because that was my sister. That's, shout out my big sister. And she went to Ramsey, and Rob got her in the 9th grade. But had I been the head coach, she probably would have stayed. But it worked out well because, you know, we went on the way at state titles, and of course she won at Ramsey as well.
Yeah. Big time player.
Yeah, no doubt. If she would have messed up those knees, like people say I'm biased, but man, listen, that's the coldest girl basketball player to ever come through.
Yeah.
Period.
Better than Thrash.
Better than who?
You think she tougher than Thrash?
Sam baseline game was second to none, and I know Sam probably watching it, but when I tell you the one had that thing could handle, could shoot, Kane was open.
You know, so crazy, Barber, man. When I took over, when I went to Ramsey,
Yeah.
I want to say like it was an 11 or 12 when I first went there.
Okay.
Coach Nelson brought me there.
Yeah.
Trained the football team, and then I started helping Chickamauga with basketball.
Showing up.
And that's how I kind of evolved over to the girls.
I remember that.
Shout out to Libby Chapman, the head coach there.
Yeah, I used to train Olivia too,
He
right?
was the first kid that I really worked with.
Okay.
Well, Kane came home one summer, and she jumped in about 5 or 6 workouts, and I'm sitting there saying to myself, she had hurt that knee already.
Right.
But I'm saying to myself, wow, if I catch her 3-4 years before that to put that strict element with her.
And that's why I think me and you, and I think that's why me and you go hand in hand a lot, because she was so, what you call it, bottom heavy maybe, or top heavy, what I'm trying to say, and so.
Sometimes you'll see those big injuries with the width of the hip.
Right.
The wider the hips are, a lot of times they put more pressure on the knee.
Right. And Kane did so much of, you know what I'm saying, and rebounded that, yeah, but that's a great point though.
She's a, and I want to ask you that. He took me there, but I want to ask you what you thought about her because I only got a chance to train maybe 5 or 6 times.
Man, listen, before she hurt her knee, you talking about #1 in the country. McDonald's All-American. Then she didn't play going into her senior year for AAU because she hurt her knees and they dropped her to #5.
Yeah.
But listen, and I love Sam and I love Kat Graham, don't get it wrong, but if Kane had not hurt them knees, Kane had, like, she had all that, like, that, I'm talking about,
It looked like she got a fundamental because she didn't do that. She couldn't do. She had stayed down the paint. Rebound.
Listen, I had her and Tyrese Tanner when they was 10 years old. And I don't know, I just thank God, maybe I was ahead of my time. They 5'10", 5'11" already. I'm putting the ball in their hand. Like, because I don't know, maybe I saw, I ain't going to say I'm a premonition, but maybe I saw where the game was going. But I've never believed in there's no true back to the back goal center. So I've always worked on ball handling before. And that's before I started training.
So
worked on ball. Yeah, so.
He ain't gonna get him out. He gonna dribble.
He'll ball.
I want a ball on that. Yeah.
2 questions I want to ask.
Yeah.
One is for you and Coach O, when it comes to training, we see there's a lot of injuries now on the girls' side, boy side too.
He good.
With just lack of training and just going out to play. And the second part of that question is, how were you able to be successful over this long period of time? Because I watched you from the beginning all the way up to now. Like I said, you my frat brother. You know, you're my same chapter. We know each other personally.
Yeah.
I watched you for a long time, but everywhere you've been, you've been the same.
Yeah. So I think, far as me, I've always believed in. And again, I don't know where it comes from. I guess it comes from the man above. But I've always believed in training to where the game is going. So even at my age, a lot of trainers, they still want to, oh, you got to jump stop. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And so I believe in, if you think about this, I did a study. And I'm going to break this down. Back in the day, Derrick Rose, Allen Iverson, Eric Bledsoe, and all those guys sustained a lot of knee injuries, right? So when I train, I'm looking at the Steve Nashes, the Manu Ginobilis, because when they train, guess what? Equal distribution. I teach the off-foot lay. So for so long as African-American kid, what we do? 1, 2. Derrick Rose, 6'1", Eric Bledsoe, 6'1". They played above the rim for so long, so a lot of pressure was put on their knees. So with my training, I always said, where's the game going? It ain't about me. Even when I coach basketball, everybody love to say, well, you know, I don't believe in this. It's no back to the basket centers anymore. So when I train, I try to train to where the game is going, stretch forward. Everybody can handle, everybody can shoot. You still gotta have a post game. So I think that's what has made me successful, is that I watch where the game is going. I took myself out of it and I try to train to where the game is. And so with injury-wise, it's not it's equal distribution versus, you know, we get in the gym, what the first thing we want to do? Shoot a 3 or try to dunk. When they get in the gym, what they want, they work fundamentals, off foot, left foot. You know what I mean?
You got to think when you say, like you say, quick moves, uneven balance.
Yeah.
It causes injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't got your body in the right place, I mean,
if you watch our guys play, man, we might do a move and we might jump off this foot and lay with this hand. We ain't got the typical 1-2 because that's not where the game is anymore. And a lot of times people get caught up in that, and he probably gonna attest to that.
The Euro stuff came through, made it slower.
Yeah.
It's several, like, and that's amazing because see, he's rooted and grounded in the skill side. So one thing we know is every invention that we see is made off of the human body. The computer is made off of the brain. A house foundation is made up off the skeleton of the body. So what happens is we can't sit on this barbershop without a proper foundation.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So when I train, my number one thing I'm working on is, cause see, there's advancements in training, but the wheels are still around on the Lamborghini, a Bugatti, a Honda Accord. The wheels are still around.
And I know that's right.
So if you don't have a foundation, these kids are going to crack.
Damn right.
So it's my job to build a foundation so solid to whatever barber teaches that kid, the foundation can be held on as that kid progresses through his progression. But what happens is we rush out there to try to teach this advanced skill, and their body says, I ain't ready for that Euro step. I ain't ready for that jump stop. Like, what are you doing?
Yes.
And it's because of people don't realize, again, you learn how to read a novel from learning how to sound out dog, cat, rat. And then you learn how to read a novel. But what we want to do is we want to take a kid this size and go to teach him how to read a novel, and he can't even sound our words good. So I'm a fundamental guy that I believe that there are certain things, no matter how advanced you tell me training is, you show me a weak foundation, and I'm gonna show you a kid that's gonna be on the sideline most of his career. And watch this. Your best ability is your availability. So you can have 90 step in vertical if you're on the sideline every week. Next.
That's right. And look, not to cut you off, I'm gonna tell you the thing about it. And it's not so much now, but especially back then when I was at midfield, Barber. My nephew is in town from Georgia. Nephew is in town from Georgia with my son. I'm gonna bring him to the gym. He really think he playing basketball. He really think he training, Barber. This old. No, this old.
Yeah, okay.
I'm finna drop him off. Ain't no baby fine. I'm finna show them. Y'all really think y'all hooping? Y'all really think y'all doing this? I'm gonna take y'all to Cold Barber and let y'all see. He said, Barber. I'm finna. And I called. I said, oh, you. Look, I told him. I said, oh man, they can't come back if they ain't gonna get. He told his own son, you can't come back. But he knew y'all think y'all okay. I'm gonna take y'all to somebody that's finna show y'all. Like that's how we was like. Even though like I said before in another podcast, we may not be like we were, but like we was like that. That's how we was locked in. He brought his son to me, Barber. I don't want to drop his ass off because he think he doing something. I'm gonna show him. And then I get certain clients, oh, you want to work, you want to rock, take your ass over there. I bet you got there, okay.
Like I was saying, the same thing with my daughter. She was in middle school dancing. I was like, baby, going to high school next year. I like, you got to train, because middle school coach want to train them. Like, they might get to the dance competition, they go to Orlando, they might run them a little bit, do this and that. I like, baby, you got to work out, you got to train, you got to get the muscle ready. Then when she came back the next year to 9th grade, she made varsity. And so the training was way more intense, and they pushed them. And so she had like a hamstring injury. So I was like, hold on. I was like, hey. I said, let her. She like, well, I'm okay. I was like, no. I shut her down. I said, you're going to go get a check, get an MRI, and you need to see what's going on. So I been saying, I like, but I've been telling this, like, her mom just wasn't listening. I was like, hey, she got to still work hard, and work her way up to that level. Because I know I had a feeling, she knows she's going to make varsity, but the training was so intense, they working so hard, she wasn't used to all that.
And see, many people don't know, dancing and cheerleading, it's kind of tough. It's rough. It's kind of rough. It's rough. It's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive.
Then she worked, they do so much less because they was on the dance routine, the kick routine. They have kick routines and all like that. So she in 3 categories for nationals: the kick, the jazz, and the game day. And so they working so hard, man. She's like, I said, baby, I said, okay.
So on the game day, now I'm with on the game day because see many people. I was the first one to start covering the cheerleading competition. It's a huge competition.
Yeah.
And you brought out game day, and they come out with all this stuff up on their eyes and like dressed like football players. And we're gonna move on. Let's talk about your movement from the girls to the boys. How you end up going from
Yeah, so I was.
did they force you, or you just?
No, I was an assistant coach, like I told you, at high school with the girls.
Yeah.
But while I was assistant coach with the girls, that's why I said a lot of folks don't know my grind. I was a middle school boys and girls coach at Rutledge.
Yeah.
And so again, just being transparent, a lot of my kids would go.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Rutledge. That's like Rucker Park, right?
Yeah. Rutledge been for a minute, man. It's been
so
pretty.
When Birmingham teams come over there, they never give me the score. They never used to give me.
Yeah, it's rocking up in there. And I think I used to call it the Ram Dome when I was there. It's like I went there with I had Kanisha and them. Like I told you, we went two years undefeated, and so I was the head girls coach and the head boys coach while assistant coach Ware at the high school.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I ain't gonna say unfortunately, fortunate for me, a lot of parents would just be like, when they get to the high school, what's going on? They're not developing, you know what I mean? And so I can say this because he knows it. Coach Sig was the head boys coach. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Son played me in high school.
The football coach.
But he was basketball too.
Because I saw a picture. It kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
I posted a picture the other day and I saw him.
Yeah. And they were winning, but football, they would win, so they could never get over the hump.
Yeah.
And so he had some teams, man, and by the time by the time my 4th or 5th year coaching middle school, the parents start trying to go to the board. Man, when they in the middle school, they doing this, but when they get to high school, so Sig and I never had no beef. I said, Sig, I just want you to know, parents going to the board. Now, if you leave, I'm going to go for the job, but I'm not going behind your back. And I think to this day, that's what made me and Sig had a relationship we had.
He's a good football coach.
Yo, no doubt. Offensive coordinator. Hell yeah, hell.
You know what? And I feel sorry for him because they taking his players away. They stealing his players from him. A lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Sig was the truth, offensive coordinator. Yeah. And so that last year in basketball, man, they had a stick. I'm talking about they were loaded. And Ramsey upset them. And he said, Bob, if I don't win it this year, I'm going to step down. So I applied for the job, and Ruben Nelson was like, we got to do a search. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm the one sending these players up here for the last 3-4 years. What are we doing a search for? So, man, we got to Bob, it's yours. But, so this July, Bob, it's your job. But, so now we go August. June, July, I don't get my kids in the summer or nothing. So I think, God bless his soul, they said K-Man came on the interview. You know K-1 coming to no midfield. Nah. And they interviewed Burkett for who he wasn't coming there, but they just had to say the interviews of people. Yeah. So after all that went on, they went on to name me the head coach, man. And I told him in the interview, same thing I told Michael Turner at Pinson. I said, give me 3 years, you'll win a state title. I said, you ain't gonna find nobody that's gonna outwork me. And I looked right in the eyes and told him that. Yeah. My first year, we lost to Ralph Floyd, that was at Ramsey, by a last-second free throw. To this day, my cousin J.J. Nelson say he ain't fouled him. They won it. They went on to win state. My second year, we dropped down to, we were 4-8. Butler dropped down to 4-8. Trevor Lacey and Cootie them. Yeah. We meet them in the Final Four.
They were loaded though.
And we lose. And then my third.
Head coach. Dawson, their head coach.
Surely. And I thought Dawson get 7 in a row. Let me put that on the record. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah. And I want you to say that, coach. We act like Dawson's unbeatable in this state.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And not to mention, I beat him when I went down there during the regular season in 2014, but that's another story. Talk. So my third year.
Cut that out,
thank you, man. So my third year, we get to their Final Four. We see Butler again. Trevor Lacey gone, but they got Cootie, and that's when.
All right, my man.
Look, and so my third year, we go down to the Final Four, right? Yeah. And we got Butler again, but Trevor Lacey gone, so they got Cootie, and that's the year I had G-Man, and we were down like 6 with like 12 seconds left or something like that. We hit a 3, they missed free throw. We cut down. G-Man hit the game winner as a freshman, and we made ESPN top 50s. So to go to my point is, in my third year we won a state title, and I told him, I said, give me 3 years, and we did it.
And man, you don't win on records on the girl side, man. We can't let you get up out here without going on record. Tell me the best boy you ever seen.
Man, they asked me that before, man.
Now we ain't let y'all rock. Now,
In high school, that I ever coached.
just seen that it's round up to my.
Oh, you said not just mine.
Yeah, since you've been in the Birmingham, Alabama area, who the best kids you done laid eyes on? We went on.
We waited on this one.
Birmingham or State?
Yeah. We just talking about since he been in the state.
We waiting on.
Well, I'm gonna be biased, so it's gonna be one of mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me sit back. Cam Wallace, Kool-Aid.
Scoring wise, and with the social media era to do what he did as the most hated kid, undersized kid, top 5 in the country in scoring, resume, 2 state titles, should have been 3. With we played with 2. You got to go with Cam Woods. Resume wise, like because what he did was, I'm the most hated. We know that. He was the most hated because they didn't like how he did it. But to night in and night out, to do what you did under the scrutiny that you did at barely 6 foot, like bro, that shit was different. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to go with my little cousin. Now he's on his body bag on Ball His Life. I don't know if y'all keep up with body bag, Ball His Life. Zip him up, but he was special. I can't say G-Man because G-Man, you left me as a freshman, but
Wait, what G-Man ended up going?
to that green and white school.
Man Brook. Yes, I did.
I guess that's the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kool-Aid was with me for 2 years. So I got body of work wise, man. You gotta say Cam Woods.
Yeah. That's a good name. I kind of figured that because he was lighting them up for 50,
Man,
40.
brother.
He was like your boy from Pinson.
Now with that ball in the hand, he was dangerous. But I never will forget. I walked in the park, the high school gym, and it was the first time I had got out the NFL, man. And I was in there 5 minutes because I just know when cats got that stuff you can't explain. And I seen Larry Bledsoe and Harper with Preston. And they had 4 down on one side of the court. He tell the rest of the boy, man, get back, you don't.
And that's why I said I got to be biased because now it's
I looked at my partner. He wasn't even ranked that time. I say, man, that boy a lottery pick.
He blessed. Yeah. That's why I said I had to be. That's why I said I got to be biased because there's a lot of cats out there now.
And then that joke look like an SEC free safety.
Arms hanging. Hey, look, arms hanging down here. That's why I went on and said I got to be biased because there's a lot of cats.
I'm gonna get on record with this one.
Cam's going that ball on top.
He by himself.
I said that's why I said I got to be biased because I love nephew. I love him.
He's talking about everybody around him. He's talking about the people around him.
But hold on. We talking in the barbershop. Hold on. Now let me just be real with y'all. I love you, nephew. Bless you. I love you. But boy, Ronald still?
Yeah. His
He was doing it since middle school.
Hey, see, many people don't know.
Back to back, Mr. Basketball, back to back state title. Oh my Lord.
He went up and
Kenji, all them boys. I knew I wasn't getting up till after Thanksgiving. But at the same time, I'm the type of coach where I don't know how other basketball coaches do. I don't touch my players till after football season. All right? And then I'm also the type of coach where I could build a 20-win schedule every year. Don't worry about the last 7. So if they play football, that's cool. Now, when I got to Pinson, I had to deal with this. They're leaving early.
Yeah.
So Kool-Aid's senior, like, when I write my book, it's gonna be so special because there's a couple state titles that I missed out on for, you know what I mean? And in 18 at Memphis, we played 21 games. We was gonna go repeat. No offense to Plainview or nobody. Then Kool-Aid, he was gonna play. COVID, Greedy moves to Montgomery. If Kool-Aid is on that team, we were 20-5. If Kool-Aid is on that team, we win state title hands down. And he had to do his best for him. We just talked, that's my guy, don't get it wrong. But I think it's good, man, because it gives the guys the physicalities, and I love that.
I was just asking about it because, like I say, I stopped. Like it was too much on me. Like we go to the playoffs, it took me like half of the season to get back in basketball shape. To get back right. So my senior year, I decided like, hey,
but it depends on what your sport is.
I wanted to go to school in basketball.
Yeah.
And I talked, and that's how I ended up going to college in basketball.
Yeah.
I made that one decision to not play football
because you were a basketball player first.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that's a football player first. So I tell people all the time, and if Kool-Aid played 9 months of football.
Hey, I was a football player too.
No, listen what I'm trying to tell you. Kool-Aid played 9 months of football and 3 months of basketball. Had Kool-Aid dedicated 9 months of basketball, he would be in the league. And I tell people don't believe that, he'll be in the NBA. His mid-range and his was second to none. Like, Kool-Aid was a dog.
It took me a while when I did like my 11th grade year. I mean, I had a horrible 11th grade year, man. But when I 12th grade year, I was like, first game, I'm like top of the line. Like,
Chris, you got no question?
It was a big difference, man.
You got no question?
That's why I asked you.
You know you're in this conversation too, man.
So your first year at Pinson,
Man.
they don't see you coming. Because they don't want Pinson was basketball school.
No.
That'd be a football school, you know, but how much when you first got there, you know, the football school?
So let me say
this.
So I was on another podcast, and I'm gonna say this, man, because you know we've talked, and I ain't gonna say mended, but we've talked a lot. I got to give a shout out to Coach Lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because you know I'm gonna use one of the Jay-Z songs, like you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. Like Lane made it cool to go to Pinson.
Yeah.
Nobody want to check him for Pinson basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And regardless of how everybody try to put us against each other, I tell everybody that all the time, bro. Like I taught Anthony's Gaskin I taught her in the 4th grade. She wanted to go to Pinson. I never in my life knew what Pinson was until we went to play midfield, went to play them in the game.
You thought that she a ref?
Yeah, she's big time, yeah. So I gotta give Lane credit. Lane made it cool to go to Pinson.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But me coming out there with Coach Nix winning the state title, again, I told Turner, give me 3 years. But I knew I was bringing, like Dion said, I knew I was bringing some Louis.
Yeah.
I knew I was bringing some Louis, and I knew what was there because Jordan Pollard, I was already training him. Kool-Aid was there. I had guys that I already knew, so it made my transition a lot easier versus most coaches going to another school. So I'm bringing in. Now, granted, some guys left. Leave them nameless because Cam was coming.
Yeah.
But we got it.
Where did Cam come from?
Cam Wood came from Midfield. DeMarcus Dinsmore.
Yeah, so Cam
Wesley. Like I brought 3 or 4 guys with me.
Yeah.
They made bona fide moves.
Yeah.
It was 3 guys in Cam Woods graduated class that left. 1 went to Mount Brook and 2 went to Ramsey.
Yeah.
Because they felt like Barber gonna lead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still wound up winning state that year. So me coming there, it was an easy transition because Mike Turner and I went to school together at my house. I knew Kool-Aid since he was a Jet. Yeah. I trained Jordan Pollard, I trained Kool-Aid, so it was just a matter of meshing everything together. So it was a smooth transition for me.
Easy to coach.
Who? Well, a pleasure.
Cam Woods.
I love you. That's my son. But we have been. Think about this right here. We've been together. We've been together since 6th grade because he came to Rutledge. So 6th grade practice team. 7th grade, I'll try to get him on JV. He played middle school and JV. 8th grade started as a point guard varsity. Went to the Final Four. We lost to Josh Lane for the pro. 9th grade, he won in state. 10th grade, we would have won back to back, but we had 21 games. So by the time we got to Pinson, it was. I tell everybody this is our relationship. We were married, but we slept in separate rooms. We knew the end goal because we both had known each other so long. So, like, no, to this day, that's my guy. Like, I call him my son. He my son. I call him my son. Like, we have been together so long, but we bumped heads. But that's my dog.
Let's go behind closed doors. Let's go behind closed doors. And you first get to Pinson. Who interviewed you? Is it Turner and after?
So Turner and I, we go out to eat first. The one thing about Turner, he gonna have you there off the record. And freshman is he gonna have you there off the record interview. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you why. And when he watches, he'll tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what got Mr. Turner. When I went to the interview, I interviewed you too. You asked me questions, and I asked you questions. How long you plan on being here? Well, they said that, and I'm gonna be real, because we in the barbershop.
Barbershop dog. He
got rid of Zanu. He a Mylene at Lee's. He got rid of Lane. He a Mylene. Why you going out there? He gonna get rid of you. I know who I am. I'm not worried about that because I'm gonna win. And I ain't no knock to nobody else, but I never listen. That's how I am as a person. Yeah. Can't nobody make me feel no way about none of y'all until y'all show me that. Yeah. I ain't got no problem with what happened with Zanu and Lane. So we went down and we went to Todd English Pub. And we had a great conversation. He said, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I said, okay, how long you plan on being there? This is that. Okay, woo. And then after that, I had to take my practice because, I wouldn't know how. Like I told y'all early on, I was an elementary middle school teacher. Yeah. I took my practice, go to the board to interview, and the rest is history. They were like, this your man? And the board, they're like, yeah. They're like, well, let's go. And the rest is history.
So you put them on the map, so you started getting a lot of people want to come play for you? Why they want to play with you?
I think I've been blessed before
Let me
Pinson.
ask you the question, why do they want to play?
Well,
I had a son, Barber.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I ain't gotta keep saying I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. Kids nowadays, they see.
Yeah.
All right. Damn, they clean. Oh, them boys fresh. Oh, they going here. Oh, they winning. They winning. Oh, they coach. Like, it'd be one thing if you doing all this and you're not winning. So kids nowadays are impressionable. So my thing is this right here. I've always been ahead of the curve, thankfully, because I've been just being me. So kids want to be a part of something. When you're winning and you look good, you feel good, and your program is being out there, and your program like showing love, relatability, you know what I mean? And I think it's been like that since midfield, before the camera, before social media. I had an Android. I tell people this story all the time. Myself, shout out to Coach Matthew Epps. Coach, we was leaving church with our team one day in 2011. And we passed him out to BJCC. And I pull out, it wasn't even a phone, I mean, it was an Android. I pull out, he said, what you doing? I said, oh no, I recorded the BJCC. I swear to God, true story. This was in 2011. The season started, we go through the season, we make the playoffs. He said, man, let's go on and just record us. This is on an Android. This 2012, nobody, it wasn't social, like people weren't doing what they do now.
Yeah.
We won state, and I'm about to find it, but 2012, we made a documentary on our cell phone, and we won state.
So you did I remember seeing the documentary, it was like a day in the life deal.
Yeah. No, that's what I was training.
Oh, okay.
Somebody did that one.
Cause I remember you
That's
doing
what
a day in the life
somebody, yeah.
And I'm looking at this, what they were about 10 years ago, like, man, Bob on no level.
So, I'm
you gave me the confidence.
So I'm gonna tell you so funny you say that. Listen, that one right there.
Yeah.
This is what's sad. My mentor is in Maryland. The ball hog gloves, the cones, he trained all pros. He's in Maryland. I watched him. I said, you know, this how I be, this how I be. And like when I posted something the other day, I put Soulja Boy in there. People might get mad, I'm being real, but you know Soulja Boy always say, I'm the first to do this, I'm the first to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's why I put Soulja Boy in there, in case y'all don't know. I'm just being real. So I said, damn, my dog made a documentary. I said, nobody ain't never did that in Alabama, Birmingham. And that's when I did. So I be always just trying to be ahead of the curve. But I'm telling you, in 2012, when we won a state title, we on a cell phone that's an Android. It's blurry as hell. If I bring it out now, you can't find it. It was just something me just said recording, and we recorded our whole walkthrough. Then I came back with the day in the life of Coach Barber. And I had a viewing party and everything.
When you did that, bro, I'm telling you now, I'm on the sideline, I'm watching. And I knew you the real deal because I had been hearing Cal tell you, Daniel Elliott.
Yeah.
He was the cat told me, hey, man, you need to check this Barber cat out.
Yeah.
And man, I'm sitting there watching that day in the life, and I'm like, man, you just opened my mind up to a whole other level. And I'm like, even me, man, I went to another level. So I want to tell you, get your flowers on that right there.
Yeah, I appreciate
that. I was
man.
on that back then.
I
man,
appreciate it,
about, man, you in the back seat talking, yo, you going
driving with me,
to the store, then you turn around and got the ball. I'm telling you, I watched it.
Did them girls sessions, the boys sessions, and had a game the same day. But that was my life. That was my life on a Saturday.
I say you the first cat I seen do that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And a lot of times, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's frustrating, but I'm okay with it, man, because I always say this, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to give you your flowers while you living. You know what I'm saying? Like you're one of a kind. And I ain't saying that because you're sitting here because, okay, I sit there and I had to figure out old training, but not only your training, your messages. You know what I'm saying? And so with me, I ain't from here, man. And I say this all the time. It's frustrating because if I see you doing something, shit, hey, bro, how you, man? I ain't finna try to take it and don't, like, bro, man, you know how many cats I done help get into this training business and then don't want to, you don't owe me nothing. But hey, I want to shout Coach Barber, the man helped me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can go on, but when I write this book, what? When I retire,
I need part of that book.
I hope I'm in the book.
I'm gonna tell you, because right now I can ruffle a lot of feathers.
Yeah. Coach,
I could.
what is it like when you go watch this game? Cause you know I do them like
everybody dressed. Hold on for a second, because everybody dressing like everybody dressing like they come out with the jet. Everybody dressing like everybody put the bow tie. Everybody doing.
No. Cause what is it like when you see him on the sideline, and then you can What was it like?
Y'all gonna
I'm
laugh.
asking both of y'all.
Y'all gonna laugh.
What's it like when you watching the coach?
Hey, he from Tampa.
Yeah.
Florida from West Palm Beach, boy.
Well, you know what I mean.
Florida. But my first, let me
Yeah,
tell you something.
Florida.
My first night that they found out I was pledging, right?
Yeah.
So we go to a basketball game. We got a basketball game. No, I don't think we was playing that night.
You finna tell the story.
So look, we was supposed to start playing. I know he finna go. We was supposed to start playing to the next night.
Yeah.
So you know me, I'm from Florida, my nigga. I come in the gym. I got my earrings on. They walking to me. Oh motherfucker, you think you already a Kappa? Everybody got to see us tonight. So we had to start shop the night early because of me. But I ain't knowing I got me earrings. I'm like, shit, I'm from Florida, but you know what
No,
I'm
we
saying?
didn't. No, there's no pledging.
No pledging.
Executive order.
We can say that
We
now.
kept overnight.
Executive order 1, 2, 3.
We kept overnight.
Y'all got some quality time.
Look, and they gonna blame it on me. A day early, they gonna blame it on me.
But you see him on the sideline, cause when I go cover his games, I learned like he in the element like I do you. I don't really say anything to him. I just let him do what he
That's
do.
the same way I do him. Like, you don't say nothing to me because I know he in. Now, he'll talk to me before he come in, especially playing ball. Big brother, new man. We ain't got no water.
Yeah,
We ain't got no water. I'm like, listen, man, I'm over it. Chill out. We gonna get sport. But watching him, man, he's exciting and interesting at the same time, and a learning experience. Because a lot of stuff that he does, he don't know it. I emulate it on the baseball. And we have conversations. I'm gonna say this before this is over. I appreciate you. Everything. Everything we say, everything we do, just the conversation. Because there's a lot of times when we talk, you're like, man, I get it, man. I understand. You can't give up because you feel that in that conversation. Man, you doing it, man. But if you was on this side, you have 10, 11,
I tell you that all the time.
12 championships. But you on this side, you doing it and keep doing it. Because ain't nothing changed. You've been the same way you were when you started. The same way. Man, I appreciate it because that kept me in, that kept me motivated, that kept me encouraged.
I remember the conversations,
You're like, man, you the best I've seen. Hands down. Forget the color. Forget where you at. You the best I've seen.
And what you doing, what you pouring to those kids, nobody ain't doing that around here like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Did you feel some kind of way when you see us come to the game?
Man.
Feel like when we come to the game. I know
I don't like me.
I tell a lot of people you be getting me in trouble because you know you got a lot of hate.
It don't matter who covers me. Listen, anybody that covers me, anybody that show me love, they gonna be hated. Which I still don't understand to this day. But I want everybody to come. It don't bother me. Like,
and I tell old sometimes, I tell Tyra sometimes, when you lose and nobody hates you. But it's when you start to get win and you start getting popular and people start following you. I think a lot of coaches are they want to go to college to coach, but most of them are sensitive, man. I cover the circuit. Coaches are sensitive and they worry about what people write about them and say about them. You understand what I'm saying? They worry about what people say about them.
man.
I'll say this too. To chime in on Barber, you Ray, you Coach Moss. Man, a lot of time we limit ourselves by saying, hey man, he a great black coach, or he good for the black man. Y'all boys doing it big on any side of town. And I want y'all to know it ain't nothing but respect for what you doing from an AD perspective, what you doing from a culture perspective, what you doing on the media side. It's not that's good for that side. No, that's good anyway.
Period.
And I think that's one thing we need to really, really like hone in on. And that's why I made the comment about dogs, because I've got a conversation with people like we got some brothers that just coaching for real. They good anywhere. They ain't just good black coaches.
Without talent.
Yeah. Without talent or referee.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, that talent is dropping your lap. You know what I'm saying? Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Like he was saying though, it's like the same thing with us, man. We just had mutual love for each other, man. I mean, straight up, we talk. It wasn't even about the frat. We was for real with each other. We was straight up. Like I left home, my partner told me, "Hey, gang, recognize gang wherever you go."
Damn right.
And so we click like that, and we don't see each other for a while. We see each other. We still the same, man. But I already know he was a suave dude, so you know, that's his mentality.
No way you carry a briefcase or something.
Yeah, I did.
But see, people wouldn't know that. I was always trying. I was always.
Y'all was getting with a briefcase.
I was always. People would know. I was always different though.
You always been that way, man.
But you know, to piggyback on what you're saying, though, they say real recognize real. No,
Real.
they can recognize real too.
I know
They
that.
just might not acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But real gets seen anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying, man, what y'all doing, I respect. Bob, I got this one question for you because I want to throw this out there, Ray, because I think the things that we're doing, we're putting here to inspire the next generation. It ain't just for us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to be transparent.
Yeah.
So my question is to you, man, tell us what you're struggling with as a man and as a coach right now currently, because sometimes, man, these kids looking at these podcasts and we got to be real with them about what we dealing with too, because sometimes they see what we doing as being so big.
Yeah.
But what are you currently struggling with as a man and as a coach?
So as a coach, man, I'm struggling with this, and I think I do a good balance, but just new era and generation of kids. NIL hadn't got here. You understand what I'm saying? While I'm still an old school coach, I like to think that I've learned to understand a new age, but there's certain values that I just ain't gonna let go of. My core values.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So trying to get these kids to understand the value of loyalty nowadays is a big one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And I can go on and on for that. And as a man, you know, I don't want to say struggle, but I've had some questions. If I would say for the last 3 years, it's like, man, why is this happening to me? But I also believe in the man above, because if you think about it, like I tell everybody, I would say in 2020, March, busted eyelid, going to the Alabama Mississippi coaching game. 2021, tore my knee. 2022, 29-0, ranked in the nation. Win, we probably gonna be top 10 in the country. We get upset. Next year, Kayla White dies in front of my eyes. And then this year we lose a top 100 player. He goes on, and I understand all that. So it's sometimes you as a man, you're like, damn, why? But then on the flip side, my faith keeps me going to like, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So I battle with that a lot, and just struggling to make sure I keep these kids aboard of what I'm trying to teach them, to accomplish them through life. Things are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but like it's, oh yeah. But like as a coach, man, it's just, you know, battling now. Okay, I'm 25 years in. Man, you look at Saban, like I can go both ways, but with this NIL and things are going, and Alabama's so far behind the 8 ball with shot clock and money, how do we compete?
Yeah, they're gonna stay behind. Alabama gonna stay behind.
What about you, Coleman?
I'm glad you asked that question. This is what I struggle with. I'm very successful on every real athletics, baseball, teaching, education.
You got some more clients?
So my biggest struggle is I'm a public success story, but I'm a private failure.
That's big.
And the reason I say that is because I've invested in so many other folks' children, and I've yet to be that father. I was listening to Dion talk about
Can I cut you off real quick?
I looked at your post the other day, and it hit me. I like, but what touched me was about 2 years ago, and I said, hell to the no. My oldest daughter told my middle daughter that it's okay. Daddy coaching, Daddy doing his job. And I heard her. They was on the phone talking. Now all my kids 8 years apart. My oldest daughter, my middle daughter, my baby.
That's big.
And she said it was okay. And I bust in the room with tears in my eyes. I said that shit ain't okay.
No, I'm glad you said that though.
There's nowhere in the world I should even at my job. You've been around me a long time. You've been around me. Everywhere I've been, even coaching, teaching, they was always with me.
Yeah.
And my job. Football game, basketball game, baseball game, softball game, track. they was always with me. So I'm thinking, daddy being daddy.
Shit, no.
But daddy was just there.
I learned
Daddy
that from
wasn't
oldest.
being daddy. So when people see me go off on Brooke and be like, no, that ain't how this supposed to go. This is how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm on. This is what I want. And this is what you don't desire from me.
That's big.
But public success story.
That's big.
But a private thing.
And I'm glad, it's funny that you said that, but that's big because.
And I'm gonna have to jump in.
Yeah, and that's big because let me say this right here. I never forget. My oldest daughter told me one day when I was still coaching AAU before I started training. She said, "Daddy, I love you." She said, "But you be with them other girls that go play basketball. I don't play basketball," and that hit me. So I made it known. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I say this on record. Like that was probably part of the reason why I lost my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just so caught up in the gym and my other kids, and then I'm a man to admit that. So now I made it like I would go to the gym. You talking about that documentary? I would go to the gym at 9, have a 9 o'clock session, have a 10 o'clock session, 11 o'clock session, then have practice, and wouldn't check my phone. I took pride in not taking no days off work.
Yeah.
Like now, so I'm in training now, my phone go off, I'm gonna check my phone. If I want to take a day off, I'm gonna take a day off. But I never understood that because we love to say this, and O probably could have some great to say on this. We love to say grind don't stop. Grind don't stop, but we got to be real with ourselves at a certain time with your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, God, yeah, real.
The last couple years.
Oh, what they say? Not grind don't stop. What they say? What the other one is?
Grind is endless on.
Not grind don't stop. No days off.
No days off.
Like,
but check this
come
out.
on.
You remember Brooklyn was playing an area game. Now where you playing an area game? At the same time, I'm in uniform. I stopped. I walked off. I did the pregame. I walked off the field and went over there and watched her play the whole game. They like, you check the score over there? I don't care about that score over there. I care about that little girl right there. I don't care how many times she strike out. I don't care how many balls she missed. I don't care how many times she throw an L.
Yeah.
She need to see me. She need to know that I'm hard on her, but she need to see me up there in the stand as her number one thing. So, you know.
And Coach, man, I'm just telling you, man, I appreciate the transparency. I appreciate you, y'all open up because I think we got to take these moments not to tell kids just about our success, but be real about our failure. And Coach, man, boy, you unclothed me. You did not honor me my whole life, man. When you went to talking about that father, I look at my children all the time, man, and I find myself in repenting with God, with them and everything else, just saying, man, I misstepped some places, man, and all I can hope at this point, I'm serious, because you get to a point where they get to a certain age, you really do, I understand finally what them old folks say, I got to turn it over to God. It really ain't nothing else I can do. I can't go relive nothing. I can sit here and rack my brain 1,000 times, look at all these success stories, and then I look at my boys' eyes and I know it's still something missing, but all I was doing was what I thought I understood. And so I'm just telling you, bro, like, man, I appreciate it because that's gonna be what I was talking about. Right. I feel the same way y'all feel as a father, but I'm for real, man. I think if we're gonna be real with this opportunity given away, we gotta be vulnerable to a degree because somebody else out there second guess themselves as well. And really truly, man, only thing I know at this point for my children, man, I really had to give it over to God, man, because I know I feel this from colossal area trying to do what was right.
Me too. And we thought that was right. We thought that was right.
Yeah, I'm wide open. In my mind.
I'm a firm believer God give you everything you desire. But I was so glad just to eavesdrop on, you know, you ain't supposed to be eavesdropping on your girl, but just to be eavesdropping on that conversation, because if I don't catch that conversation, I don't know. I'm just glad my oldest daughter was mature enough to even have that conversation.
Man, my middle daughter just hit me the other day because she don't go to Pinson, but I still got in the group chat with the managers, right? And you know what, my kids, again, we so busy trying to save other folks' children. So I got my varsity chat, I got my junior varsity chat, I got my freshman chat, and I got my managers chat. So every morning I hear them good morning or blessed morning, this and this and that. So Naya, she chilling in Hueytown. Shout out, baby, I love you. She said, she texted me.
I'm trying to see where the uniform from. I couldn't.
Oh yeah, So she texted me. She say, Dad, I was just trying to make sure everything was okay. And now Naya ain't never. Now Daria, my oldest, Naya ain't never did that. She said, I was trying to make sure everything was okay because I texted you the other day and you didn't reply back, but I see you replying in the group chat. I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna text her, my oldest daughter, every Monday, like, hey, y'all have a great week. But I couldn't do nothing but call and say, you right, baby, my bad. I was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no excuse, but the fact that these kids, they see that. Like, we always try to save and make sure everybody else's kids straight.
Too, right?
We gotta make sure our own straight.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm asking you this right here. And it bothered me by me being on the circuit, by you being my frat brother. When you were undefeated, 90% of Birmingham wants you to lose.
Right.
You knew that, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being undefeated. Because, see, even though Clyde left and went up there, but if y'all didn't get off to a slow start, if you were hitting some of your jumpers, Clyde could have been.
Yeah. So man, that season, we were undefeated, but people don't remember the middle 7 games where Austin, Terry Connor's little brother Woo got hurt. Those are the games we struggled the most. We won. Beat Fairfield by 4. I think we beat McAdory by 2. We had to come back on Huntsville. You know, we struggled because
because I think that's the best team you played this year.
Huntsville.
Because I said, let me see how good they are.
Yeah.
We were down. That's why I came
over. We were down against Huntsville that year.
Yeah.
But Woo got hurt.
Yeah.
And so going into that game against Buckhorn, we did our homework, we did our scout. I think we were 24. We had the badge on Max Preps. Had we won that, we would have went to the top 15. Had we won state, we probably would have been invited to the Max Preps All-American game or whatever. And you know, we struggled against Muscle Shoals. Clyde was a freshman.
I remember that.
And you know, one of our guys, Ray, struggled a little bit shooting that night or whatever. And so we still found a way to win the game. Going into the Buckhorn game, we thought we did our scout. I had some personal issues going on, and you couldn't, like, to this day, you could have never told me that we would lose. You know what I mean?
Because many people don't know that guy. He struggled to get to 15 that night. Y'all have.
And the crazy part about it, no offense to him, after he played us, 29, 30, 35. Everybody, so people would come back and say, how many he scored against y'all? Well, he had 15.
Because I told most people.
But he did so much other stuff to help the team, and 2 guys down low. Like Fred is my guy, and I love Fred. Great point guard. Jeremiah only had 3 points that game. I think Fred might have had 5. The 2 guys that hurt us were not on the scout report. And so, you know, we didn't hit shots. We chose that game to be, what were we? 2 out of 20 something, 2 out of something from 3-point range. And people might say that's a lot of threes, but if you follow us, you know we shoot threes, so that wasn't no excuse. And you know, we lost that game, man. It was it was a heartbreak, man. You know.
And I'm gonna go to this point with you. Then I'm gonna get around the panel. Are the parents killing the game? Because I know back in the day we were playing, parents wasn't that involved.
No.
See, now
a lot of the parents.
They'll kill a program and you let them.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are reliving their dreams, and they didn't even get off the bench.
All made the team.
All made the team. And they're looking at other kids on the team and wanting them to.
On the team.
And they're looking at other kids on the team and wanting them to do the things that the other kid do instead of playing their role for the team. You know, I've had kids that started for me, shot what they wanted to shoot, do whatever they wanted to, like, and you know what I mean? And you still are unhappy. So that table talk, that ride home talk.
How bad is parents killing? You know, a lot of it just you deal.
So I saw a quote that said, "Coach versus couch." You heard I said? And a lot of times now these parents have so much influence over their kids, or what this kid is doing or what that kid is doing, that they're caught up in a fake reality. Instead of telling their kid, hey, your role is this, do this for the team. Now you got NILs, you got these handlers, you got these AAU programs that's throwing this, throwing that. And a lot of these parents, are they friends looking for a bag? Because if I feel like Ray can go over here and get a bag, I'm going to go get that bag. So Ray really running the household, because I can't tell Ray nothing. Because he the one going to get the bag. So it's
you ever sit down meeting with parents?
Oh, anybody could be a parent, a fly on the wall at my parent meeting.
You sit down, you actually sit
Come on, man. Anybody watching this can tell you, my parent meetings, we cover A to Z. Now, what you choose to confront me, they may run to social media, they may run to this person, but coming to me, because you already signed off on that contract, you signed off on that social media contract, I done told you this, that, XYZ, 24-hour rule, don't come to me because I might be hot, you might be hot. There are 3 types of games your child might play. If I'm up by 25, your child might play. If we down by 25, your child might play. If it's a close game, I ain't promising you your child gonna play. All that's talked about in my parent meeting, so they may not come to me verbally, they may go to somebody else. I ain't, bro.
In my parent meeting, like Coach Bob just said, we covering it from A to Z, but I tell my parents at that meeting, you're not to talk to me at all.
So you go up front like
you're not to talk to me at all. My uncle Mike, he probably watching and see this. He wants us to talk, but I don't talk to my parents. I got 3 parents that they talk to.
Well, I talk to my parents, boss.
Well,
they got to set up a meeting though.
But
I ain't talking about nobody else stats.
They just not gonna come to me.
No, a 24-hour rule. That's what I said, because you might be hot, they might be hot.
You might gotta give me 4 to 8. You gotta give me 4 to 8, cause I'm gonna be hot anyway. Cause you coming to talk to me, cause I just want to coach a child. I ain't trying.
Do you have closed practice or open practice?
All my practice
closed.
All of them closed.
Mine open.
But everything at Parker High School is closed.
Not me.
We
I want you to
parents to come.
I want you to come see. So when the game come, you already know what they say, Lil Johnny. You already know what Lil Johnny doing. Ain't doing it. Why he gonna get bitched?
Well, I closed our practice.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Cause when I got to Park is a different place.
I was at midfield.
Listen, Park is a different place.
I understand. Oh, y'all got y'all got the legacy. Yeah, y'all got the legacy.
Everything was open. Everything. Everything was open.
I know.
And it was chaos. And I said, if I ever get in a position I can fix it, I'm gonna fix it. Now that is rolling. See, everybody, this me. When everybody else was successful, you were successful, Hubman was successful, Norman was successful, I was cheering. They're my boys. They're my homeboy, because it was in my neighborhood. It was coming to me. Now it's my season. I don't see that same. That's my boy.
Hold on, you talking about baseball?
Period. I'm just talking about.
You act like Parker was successful back then with K-Man.
That was one sport.
Oh, you said that was actually.
I'm talking about collectively.
Oh yeah. Well, they not gonna see it. We just talked about that because you winning.
Yeah, you winning.
And they hating. Welcome to my world.
I've been there. They been hating me since the beginning. You forgot. But I do talk to my parents, but I don't talk to my parents. I have 3 parents that talk for me.
But Moss, you can't be like that.
Listen, man.
I'm listening.
I ain't there yet.
You ain't.
I ain't there.
You can't be there now. You got.
I'm not there yet. When I'm coaching, I'm coaching.
Me too.
I'm being an administrator, I'm an administrator. But doing my season,
I'm gonna give you a print out of my. I'm gonna give you a print out of my parent meeting. Even in your latter great years, I know you're OG and I know you're good.
And I'm gonna give you mine.
I don't need yours.
I guarantee you see mine. Like
Everybody's style different though, man.
Yeah,
everybody's style different.
But see, you ain't got the same kind of parents like you.
I got one that midfield of Aaronson and Central Park. I just told you that.
I can't say what I want to say because we talking about parents.
Yeah.
And I see parents destroy a program.
I ain't for living destroy mine.
Our parents lying to their kids.
Yo, yeah.
How good they are.
Yeah.
100% lying.
100%. Yeah.
Me and my team just had a meeting today, and we talk about the parents at the dinner table. Well, you should be playing. Oh, he let O take all the shots. Or you should be playing in front of Rashard. Or you should be doing like, bro. Come on now. And then I say this in my parent meeting. I say, Mom, Dad, I know y'all gonna talk about me. That's fine. Just go into the room and send the kid out, because blood thicker than water. Because if they keep hearing every day that Coach Barber ain't shit, or the kid is, or you, they gon' blood. You know what I'm saying? So I tell my parents, go into the other room and talk about me.
I think one of your best game. See, many people think when your best games. I've seen you coach some good games and you lost, and I've seen Coach Barber coach some good games he lost. And I think your best game was against Buckhorn. Y'all just could hit. You had the format for him because you were right there at times, but you just couldn't hit. So what I'm asking you, do you ever go home after a loss and say, well, I did a good job. I think I did a good job.
Nope. Every time I lose, I go look myself. This is what I try to tell my kids. I go look myself. Win or loss, what could I have done better?
Yeah.
I don't like coaches that go home and say, well, he. What could I have done better?
Yeah.
And I try to teach my kids that mirror is one of the. I tell people this: a mirror is one of the most honest tools in the world. A lot of people don't want to face that mirror. Yep. So when I lose, I'm always gonna look at what I could have did better.
That mirror is your pastor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I got a lot of wins. remember.
I know that's
I remember every loss.
I know that's right.
I remember every loss because I don't like losing.
Good coaching. Yeah.
I don't like losing.
Yeah.
My mama tell you that.
But wait, I gotta hit on that parent thing.
Yeah.
Like even from my perspective. See, I believe I'm a root person. I'm not a tree person. So many people get caught up in the tree. I'm looking at the root of it.
Right.
And the root of what we're dealing with in society right now is we're the first generation. This is the first generation of human beings, not just children, not just adults, of human beings where the children want to be the adults and the adults want to be the children.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. The children want to be the adults and the adults want to be the children.
Yeah.
So look, and I'll explain to you what I'm saying. We got mama on a TikTok with grandmama and the child, and they all got on tight jeans, and then they put a 32, 52.
What the eight, right?
Who the child? Who the daughter? Your old ass. All right, then we got dad standing at the gas station with the same outfit as his son.
What they do?
Yeah. Talking about we slime like, and you 51, and he's 17. You want to be your child. So now what we're running into, 15, 20 years ago, Coach Barber or Coach Moss can have a conversation with a parent, and you would actually be talking to an adult. Now all you're doing is talking to a arrested development older person. You 50 in the body, but you're still 17 because your development is still arrested. So now I can't even hold a real conversation because you don't even understand things like attendance. You think your child's supposed to get good and he or she don't even attend practice on a regular basis. When I was playing and when all of us was playing, we understood that sports was set up to save us, not just to be D1. Meaning that bank robbery went on, we went in it. The drugs got sold, we went in it. That young girl got pregnant down the street, we ended up for being a daddy because we was at practice. Everything that sports protected us from made us better. But now everything by D1 in the bag and the NIL deal, because why? You're not thinking with an adult mind. An adult would be way more concerned with the consumption of his child's time. But a child is concerned with money and shiny things and flashy things that we know gonna come to pass. And half of y'all won't say it on camera, gonna probably end up in jail once tax evasion kick in, because you're getting all that money and she ain't getting no taxes for it. You think the government ain't coming back to it.
You better talk to her. You better preach to her.
The trees ain't gonna never stay there. You gotta go roots now. Grow on the tree ain't gonna stay there.
We live in an entitlement era. Everybody's entitled.
Everybody's entitled to something.
So that's the era we're living in.
See, because sometimes schools meant something back in the day. You like he built a foundation at Pinson. You feel Parker was already established. You mentioned Parker, Pinson right now. People want to go to that school. I take his play. I take little Johnny play. He don't want to go because I go over there and play. So now you come to the tragedy last year with boxer Office White, Caleb White. Devastating. But I like the way you. I didn't know what to say to you. I talked to Moss about it. I wasn't ready to really talk to you. But you did a good job. You did a good job, not even on the school, but you held down the community. How was you able to carry through with that? Because I know, and let me ask you this first. You and him had a lot of sideline conversations. What conversation about you? Because I know one time you had to, I think you just put it up, I guess, and you showed me a playlist and you tell him what play you running, and he said that play ain't nowhere else.
No, so Caleb, he had a lot of characteristics of Cam. But he was so fearless, man, and he was a worker. And even as a freshman during Corona, when I had Greedy and JoJo, I found out later on he was like, I found out the same thing with G-Man and Cam. He was mad that I didn't start him as a freshman, but he had starter minutes. But that's how much he believed in himself, man. And we developed the bond, and coaching him was unreal. Like he would get, like once we lost that game to Buckhorn, I give him a week off. He carried that money. Coach, let me get your key. And that's why I said, how do you not pass, man? That year right there, people were in trouble. He was in the gym every morning at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so that was gonna ask you because I remember the principal saying.
Yeah, he was in the gym every morning at 6 o'clock, and man, just our relationship, he understood the assignment. Caleb was big on loyalty. You know, the Barron file on, everybody left the Fusion. Caleb stayed at the Fusion. Caleb could have, schools coming at him. He could have left. He stayed. But man, our relationship was real like father and son. And it sounds crazy, but I love those players who not disrespectful, but we butt ahead at times. If I can go on a rant to the whole team, and then at the end he'll say, "Well, coach, I felt like he wasn't afraid to speak his mind in a respectful way," and I love that about him. And man, just coaching him, it was a joy. It was a pleasure, and I just hate that it got cut short, man. And I know how God. But like to this day, there's not a day that I 7 days a week, I'm still probably cry 3 or 4 days. But a lot of it now is happiness, you know, man, because I know that smile that he had. But man, I tell everybody, and I've said this in the past, it was an out of body experience. I told you that at media day. I thought I was over it, you know, trying to coach. I was so busy helping everybody else.
Yeah.
And everybody else's family that I almost lost myself. And come Wednesday of November, it'll be a year of a situation that took place with me, and everybody tried to bring me down. But I know deep down inside what I was going through and where I was in a dark place. Like I tell people all the time, man, and his parents still to this day haven't asked me exactly what happened, but I watched him take his last breath in front of us. He went to the hospital, bro, but like that man passed in front of me. And that I will never get over that, to hear that sound and not to go into that or whatever. But it was tough, man. And then those kids saw that. And so watch this right here. You probably know a lot of street dudes. Let me ask you a question. Out of everybody, you know a lot of dudes that died and got killed. How many people you can say you saw? They might call you and say, "Man, Big O, hey, you know, dog got killed. They shot such and such, such and such." But even the realest gangsters of the world can't say, "I sat here and watched my partner die."
California, Texas, Georgia, and more.
You?
Yeah, I understand.
So you done spent. But out of 10, I guarantee you ain't no more than 2. So not only that, we go to the scene every day. You don't go to the scene every day. Then we go to that locker room, and that locker room is shrined out. So for me to have to rally those kids, I did the candlelight vigil. I was gone. And man, to get through that season, that wasn't nobody but God. And for those kids to get through that season, bro, like,
because I knew something was up because I saw you battle through some games last season.
It was tough, bro. It was tough. It was tough.
Get you in a 3-point game, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna win that game.
Yeah, it was tough.
So I kind of know because I have been following you. I've been following you for years.
It was times when, not to cut you off, one of my parents said that Wednesday night, and I only had to go into it when my situation took place. She said, "Bruh, I ain't never seen you stare at that jersey that much. Like, if you was at the championship game at the Heritage Classic," she say, "you straighten that jersey up so many times." Like, I used to be OCD about his jersey in the game. I'm straightening that, you know what I'm saying? And that night, dog, think about that night. And and those that know, I'm just gonna talk about it. That Wednesday night, we won the championship game. That was the same night we celebrated Caveman. And we had a gathering for Caveman. So I got Caveman who just died, my big bro. Still got Caleb with the whoop. We grown. And I'm gonna say this, we grown. We all having a decent time. Let me go and chill out. I don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Doing the right thing. Everybody else know what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't owe nobody nothing, because I know the truth. And God brought me through that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was in a dark place, man, because I had my sister had to tell me, "You worry about everybody else. You ain't took no time for yourself. You trying to coach a team. You got 30-something kids. You got his family. You doing a vigil. What about you?" I almost crashed out, bro. For real. And guess what? A lot of motherfuckers turned their back on me. And I still went through the season and had to coach the rest of that season. Thank God for my parents who know me. And I had a conversation with my kids. Thank God for my kids that know me. Like, it's a lot of stuff folk don't even know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to get through that season.
Yeah. You did a good job.
So that's second year now. I have a top 100 kid to leave. And everybody think I'm down.
And let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. You got a season coming up.
Yeah.
You send me something.
Yeah.
Hey, and you post it. Talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna be small. We're gonna be very small.
When you kind of small,
I was small.
when you had Wood, you kind of you small.
But yeah, I was small. And the thing is, you know, I watched people talk about us, and then once Clyde left, y'all don't talk about us. And if anybody know me, tell me I can't do something. Tell me I can't do something. And guess what I'm gonna do?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
All right, so yeah, we might be small, we might this and this and that, but guess what? I promise you, just stay tuned. We gonna play hard. I'm never gonna be down.
So we gonna be.
Or out. I might be out, but I ain't never. I mean, I might be down, but I'll never be out. I promise you that.
So you kick off Friday.
In Montgomery on the road.
So you got a girl Ward.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Good coach.
Yeah, great coach. I fool with her.
You know, I had no problem.
And then we go to Northridge, the great Northridge team.
Yeah.
Like the schedule ain't gonna change. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
You go to North in Tuscaloosa.
On the 11th. Yeah.
Yeah. They pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
so what
tough.
you gonna do? You gonna run D up? Or just stay tuned?
So you asked me media day, you know, I'm gonna be funny, you say, and I don't understand to this day why my frat brother asked me this. So y'all gonna be good this year? Yeah, we gonna be
trying
good.
to get him talk, man.
So I said, yeah, we gonna be good. Y'all gonna be good this year? Yeah, we gonna be good. We good every year. Y'all gonna be good this year? Yeah, we gonna be good. Look, folks start hitting my phone, took a picture. When I see you this picture, just know we good. Something in my head, I'm like, damn, Ray, what you mean? Like, one of the very few programs, and I ain't gonna get on my high horse, but like, bro, been relevant 15, 16 years straight.
I want to get him in depth, but he wouldn't get in depth. He just said, here we gonna be good.
You should have asked what you wanted to know. If you want to know something, you should ask.
Why would I show you the clip at pregame?
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'm not showing you the clip at
I'm trying to get out of it.
It's preseason.
And then they gonna send me a picture. Then they gonna send me a picture in the video of a guy, with Duncan, run up on the goal.
Oh yeah, my little guy from Canada. Yeah, they sleep.
He good, pretty good.
He's gonna be good, really good, man.
He's a combo guard.
Yeah, he's a 6'1" guard. He's a willing passer, he's very athletic. He just got to learn the system, learn the program. He's gonna help us a lot.
So it's Connor. How you gonna use Connor?
Well, his role is okay. So I tell people when Caleb passed away, Clyde and Connor, which is Wu, were thrust into a different role because those two guys are complementary guys. Believe it or not, everybody thinks Clyde want to go get 30. Now Caleb or Cam Woods, they're going to get 30.
Oh, they're going to get 30.
You know, but Clyde and Wu are complementary guys, so they were thrust into a role last year that they weren't accustomed to.
Yeah.
So now Clyde exits. Wu has to do more. So you're going to see Wu play the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and he's already accepted that challenge. Got the kid that's coming in, Christian from Canada. Once he gets the customer, he'll play a lot of the 2, 3, 4. Braylon, I know y'all know Harriet Barnes that played that we know back in the day. Braylon, her son is coming around now. He's going to play a lot of stretch 4 for us. Got the big football kid, Smokes, committed to Illinois State. He's out right now, but he'll be back in a couple years. The Pritchard kid come from Thompson. I don't understand how he couldn't get off the bench at Thompson, but he's our Patrick Beverly. He's a dog defensively and just do all the little things. So man, this team, I'll be real with you, man. I'm so excited, man. Well, I didn't steal it. He moved.
Oh man,
You ain't sending the Ramsey? There y'all go. You ain't sending the Ramsey.
Oh, they got the total.
Jay Green, my dog over there. You see? Know what I'm saying? Y'all want what we talked about earlier. Y'all want to say something to me. But I'm so excited. Let me go on. Jay Green, my dog, he good. Yeah, he at Rams. But let me say this. I'm going to go on record, man. I am so elated to coach this team. I love the fact that people are counting us out. And just stay tuned.
So the guy, you gonna move the guy I asked you about the other day. Can't call it tonight, but I saw him in the championship game. He was like still, like he was above.
For us?
Yeah, you came from your feet still.
Oh, it's RJ, the little young kid. Yeah. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Mark my words, and I won't go on record a lot, but I'm gonna say this: that freshman class I have, we're gonna win a state title or 2 before I leave.
What you have now from last year?
The freshman class I have now, they're 9th grade. They're gonna win a state title or 2.
They rough.
RJ is the next Kool-Aid. We got another kid, J Man. We got little kid D, Caleb Tinsley. Like, bruh, they ain't lost a game in middle school in 2 years. They are like, we picking you up when you get off the bus. They got a doggish mentality, and once they learn how to play the system,
championship game over there,
they making it hard on a lot of these juniors and seniors.
I called him.
Listen,
I said, whoa.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah. When you go out here and see players now, if you got some players, how good is a kid from Barber? the guy, Henry. Nathaniel Henry, the big guy.
Big Nate?
Yeah.
I think he's
Good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
He's Nate nice.
See, many people don't know anything about him. He don't get the credit.
A lot of times, man, we have to do. This is no offense to Coach Smith, or whatever. But we got, a lot of times it depends on what AAU team you play on.
Yeah.
A lot of folks get on me because they claim all we care about is the lights and the cameras. But I remember the days where kids can go get a newspaper, open it up, and read about themselves. Those days are over with. Everybody ain't got internet. Them kids. So guess what? As coaches, we got to put our kids out there, whether it be via social media. So a lot of times, a lot of kids don't know or get noticed because, and like Nate Good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, Nate Good. You're a tweener.
But everybody create narratives now, and if you can't create your own narrative with your kids to a certain degree, for real, man, a lot of people are just in situations where people know how to understand marketing, and some of them are just in situations where they just collecting dust on the shelf.
Yeah, you got to market these kids, man. You got to market your program. You got to, man. You got to.
I remember days like that. You get letters, man. High school.
Yeah, ain't no more letters no more. Yeah.
They send them to your high school.
Yeah.
If they like you, they don't like you.
I remember getting letters.
You might not get the letter.
Ain't no letters
They
now.
didn't have contact with your household.
Yeah.
They was contact with the schools.
Coach, we gonna go around. We gonna go around the room and you get some final thoughts. We gonna start with Rashad. Final thoughts.
Yeah.
What
My thing,
do you think about this setting right here?
I mean, it's great, man. Coach Barber's great. Man, I mean, he's doing a good job. But the thing that hit me tonight when Coach Moss said something about, like, in private, because I was going through some things right now, and he pretty much stopped me in my tracks right now tonight and realized what I was going through. So I'm going to pretty much stay on my daughter, keep it on point. But it's a good situation, but I appreciate everything. But everything is great with Coach Barber, man. I mean, I always good with him, man. I mean, you can't lose with him.
Appreciate it.
I think this was a great setting. Hey, why not baller with ball? Why not? Hey, we talk a lot. We don't talk often, but we talk.
Get in touch with him.
And now he can start coming to the mountain. So hey, so he round the corner. So I'm gonna get him on the fire pit this time. We're gonna smoke it up.
Yeah.
We're going to smoke the fire pit up.
The fire pit up. The fire pit up.
I bring
I got wood already. You just bring yourself.
Coach O.
Okay, I'll do that.
First of all, man, I'd like to thank my brother, man.
Most
allowing us to come in your shop, man.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fresh, man. You guys come give this guy down to Hoover. He's doing colossal things in the community, cutting people up, setting people straight, and we appreciate that, man. Just being able to bond somewhere. For me, definitely shout out, man. For me, more than anything, my final remarks with this is, man, we just got to continue to understand the power of the village. Man, let's get some of this hate out of our heart and have more moments like this. And let's compete, man, like we did when we were kids. You beat me, brother. Like we line up and we do it again next week or next year or next time, but I ain't got to beat you in the street or on social media or telling lies. And, man, we need more moments like this because we're trying to pull so much out of our kids that we're not trying to pull out of ourselves. And for me, it's a healing moment because I always wanted Birmingham to come together. And I believe in the power of the village. And I ain't trying to whoop nobody. And with blessings that God got for you, Coach Barber.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I'm cheering for what he got for you, Coach Moss, what he got for you, Fresh, what he got for you, all y'all brothers, man. Man, I'm cheering for y'all, man, because I know, man, I got some blessings with my name on.
Yes, sir.
So man, let's have more moments like this, man. I was happy to say out here. I think this groundbreaking person, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. And the visionary and being resilient to get us to the point.
Then I could have been down. This man, then he gonna take the title from. He was on the same title. He must know my rights because when he told me,
I just texted him. I said, "What we gonna be called? What we gonna call it?" I know him. I said, "Barbershop Talk with Coach Barber or Barbershop Talk with Big Game Barber." I'm humble. I don't be, what I'm saying, but.
Thoughts, Coach.
But well, I want to like.
Let Fresh go there.
Yeah, he can edit.
Go ahead, Coach.
That's my dog. We go way back. you know, for like what he do in that gym every day, we got the same, like, we rock like this because we got the same grind. You see what I'm saying? Like, and now, ain't nobody out working, you know, and I have the same characteristics too in what I do, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I appreciate y'all coming over, doing y'all thing, each and every one of y'all brothers there. I'm glad I could, you know, be a little vessel or whatever, you know.
And we definitely appreciate
y'all, and I enjoyed everything.
Yeah, most definitely.
We over here in peak hours, man.
Yeah.
Intruding on your business and you showing love. We appreciate you.
true love.
Yeah. Like you said, shout out to Fresh Avenue, man. You got we in the Hoover shop. My guy got the Alabaster shop, and he on the south side. 3 locations, so get at him. You know what I'm saying? Man, like I said, I appreciate you, Ray. You know, it's been groundbreaking. Like O said, I've been to a couple different podcasts where, quote unquote, I was the first. And to have the barbershop talk, it means a lot to me, man. To have my frat brothers in here who pledged me, you know what I'm saying? My little bro in here, you know, a guy I call Little Big Bro that I look up to, man. And another guy that pledged me, man. It means a lot to me, you know, moving forward. And like you said, man, I've tried for years, you know, and I'm going to say this on record. I say this all the time. I still got a screenshot where probably 8 to 10 years ago, I tagged every trainer, whether it been basketball, football, or whatever, and I said, man, let's come together for the city and let's do something for these kids. Because a lot of times we get caught up in, I trained this kid, I made this kid, I did this, I did that. So imagine this, MDF Nation, balling with Barber, working with winners, QB Elite, we can name all of them. Yeah. And we just say, you know what, today we just want to rent out a football field and just a whole basketball court, and we just want to just, man, and show the kids unity. But so many times we want to go against each other. And when I mean go against each other, it be kids talk and parents talk. You know how many times I done heard, man, they say, how much Coach Barber charge? Or what Coach Barber doing over there? What? Like, come on, man. It's about the kid. I tell people all the time, I've never in my life got a kid a scholarship. If I can call and say, everybody have a scholarship, but what I can do is put a kid in position to be seen or to train them to be ready when the time or the opportunity comes. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, we got to get out of our own way, because I'm not from here. And I think a lot of times that's what folk, you know, they look at it and think, oh, Bob, far from arrogant, I'm putting all that out there right now, far from arrogant, very confident.
Absolutely.
Very confident. I want to look good. You look good, you feel good, you play good. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to be exposed. I'm going to do all those things, and you ain't going to ever stop that. But, man, at the end of the day, if you really, really get to know me and know who I am, you understand the substance. I care about others before I care about myself. And I'm going to tell you this right here. I ain't going to stop no time soon. Now, I appreciate my brothers. I appreciate everything we got going on fresh. And we're going to do some more. And we're going to have some more content coming to you live from my man. I promise you, stay tuned. Believe that.
Hey, and I want to thank you for coming out. We appreciate you, but, you know, I don't like you naming telling me what the topic's going to be about, but good thing we was on the same card.
What's the topic? So what we going to drop it?
Shout out to my boy D-Man.
Yeah, that what it is, D-Mac. That what it is, D-Mac. One time, my guy D-Mac, man.
My final thoughts is, you know, people get on me sometimes because I give my fraternity love.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, right.
That's how we train, right?
Even never feeling human and death.
You know,
I know that's right.
And every chance I get out there, I'm coming. If I tell you I'm coming, I'm coming.
I appreciate it too, man.
I'm gonna throw some stuff back.
I say achievement in every field. Every field.
Yeah, every field.
Some fields.
And I call on I know he busy, but he
came all the way to Hoover, man. And you told me though, and that mean a lot, because like I say, me and Odo connect, like talk all the time, but man, I appreciate it, man.
He just leaving practice. He let it just leave.
Oh yeah. He's solid
Yeah,
dude.
Rashad, I count on him now, but he's gonna be riding with me a couple times.
Okay.
Got a good instinct. We're gonna come on there. We're gonna work on some stuff, and we may end up back on South Side. We may go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. It's coming again because it's setting. When people catch up with me, I gotta move.
But I'm gonna say this right here though. Now I don't know. Has anybody ever had the barbershop setting?
Well, you took it from me.
Oh, you ever know anybody ever had the barbershop setting?
Well,
I ain't taking it. He came to me.
I told him to give it to you. Yeah. So,
but it ain't even just the setting on Coach Barber.
Yeah.
The love around here. Hate around here, man.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
And then you can't lie in the barbershop.
Yeah.
You gotta tell the truth.
we still gotta tell the truth. And the thing about it is, I'm gonna always show my fraternity love.
Yeah.
And if I can get somebody in, when I interview somebody and I'll go to see somebody, I'm gonna bring somebody with me to go see my frat brother. It just they wanna come see Maul play baseball. I ain't don't know Parker had a following in baseball.
Yeah.
I go there and call the game.
Yeah.
It's packed out there.
Yeah. Maul's doing it now.
And you know when I come to Pinson.
Oh yeah, it's all love. Always.
Give a shout out to the guy. I can't think of his name in the wheelchair. And I love
my guy. My guy Brady Herring. That's one of my student managers. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I've been like this since JUCO. I'm glad you brought him up, man. He can tell you everything about Pinson football when he was a manager. And he went out there under the change of a coach. I ain't gonna call no names. And they claimed that they was getting a new training staff, but I don't think they wanted my guy because spinal bifida. And so he was. I taught him as a freshman, and I said, man, come on, man. And I'm sure y'all seen him. Let him be a trainer. And man, his mama and his family, man, they so solid. So I'm glad you shout out to my guy Brady Herring, man. What they said, F spinal bifida, man. That's my guy. Love you, man, for real.
Yeah. Shout out. And then I'm gonna continue to follow y'all. You know I see you.
Yeah. I tell we in this set.
My dude, what up?
I don't know if I'm gonna hit it this year.
How you doing, man?
If I do hit it, if I hit the big 600 this year, man, I would love for all you brothers to be
Good to
there.
see you, all right? Yes, sir. Yeah.
So tune in next time.
Hold on, man. The man trying to go out, man.
We will do the barbershop setting again. Probably same people on it. When people catch up with me, I just keep moving. I'm moving on to something else. So next time we may cover another place. I can't tell you about that. But until then, just tune in. You're gonna be treated next time. Peace.